who is okay with just having a bit part. And now, this is kind of an interesting topic because it can not only be kind of important in our real lives, but also in stories in a sense, particularly on theater stages. And as basically the saying goes, but which was apparently attributed to Konstantin Stanislavski. I hope I'm saying that right. But there are no small parts, only small actors. And when you really think about it, it's kind of interesting in a way is because there's roles that need to be filled. And we tend to associate the more important roles, or we covet those roles and so forth. We want to have our name in lights, so to speak. We want to be the hero of the story, or to have everything revolve around us. But in that cycle of me, we tend to lose sight of what really matters, or really kind of makes the world go round, because there are often these small roles that can be in the background of a story. Like, for example, you have the heroes, but sometimes the heroes need an army to march with them, or they need innkeepers to take care of them for a while, or however you want to say it. But there are all these kind of characters that may be unnamed virtually that get the story moving and keep the story moving. It can even be strangers on the road who give them advice and what have you. But again, it's all these little parts that may not actually have kind of the dramatic impact or so forth for the main character, but they've all made the journey more smoothly. They've all filled a role in that character's journey. So it's something to think of. And it's also interesting to think of in terms of influence is how often we don't think we've had a lot of impact, but really we could have just made someone else's journey more smoother. Even though they may not even remember us, or we may not even remember them. And I think what's really key is that it's not always about the recognition. Now, in fairness and justice, it is good to have credit and recognition for something we've done. But for some, that is probably the only reason to do something. But for others, they could care less if they got recognition for what they're doing because it's either simply what they do or it's what they feel is right. And so asking the question of who doesn't need that recognition, who can be in the background, maybe cleaning up, who can be the extras in a sense for the story, can be an interesting question to not only ask ourselves, especially when we're feeling kind of desire for meaning and purpose, because then we don't often find, how should I put this? We tend to want impact, we tend to want to make lasting change, but we have to realize that even if it doesn't look like it, we've probably impacted more people's lives than we think. I mean, most of us have at least some interaction with people. So it's not like we're hermits living on our own somewhere for the most part. For most people, we do interact with people, we do help them in some way generally, at least I would hope so. But the thing is to remember kind of that even if we don't get recognized, we are still part of the story. And then life is more of an ensemble than just having like a main character. So that's kind of the way I really looked at it. But again, that's my perspective on things, and maybe you have a different perspective. So why not feel free to share that in the comments below. Anyway, if you like this video, you can like and share it so that others may enjoy it as well. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel. Anyway, I'm Jonah, and you've been watching Lions Mane Media, where we celebrate stories and the lessons learned from them. Thank you so much for listening, my friend. Talk to you later, and have a great rest of your day.